YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video, guys. Listen, I had to make this video tonight, guys. I had to. So pretty much watched the night prior. It is October the 1st as I'm recording this, about 9:30, and on the 31st of September, Vincent released, or HDTVTest released a video where he essentially hosted a blind pick judging of televisions by multiple people that are in the industry from a professional monitor calibrating perspective. That was an amazing video. I watched that video thoroughly, and I do my best to support as many content creators, no matter how small or large their channel is. You know, I really do. I try to watch as much as I can to support, because it's also a genre that I create content on. And so, you know, I put out what I expect from others. You know what I mean? I would hope that people would watch my stuff and try to hang on to like what I'm trying to bring to the community. But listen, this was an amazing video. If you haven't seen it, please do yourself a favor and check it out. And to offer some context, I think it just comes at such a great time. You know, I feel like immediately you're probably going to get a lot of people making content, and they're going to try to, you know, kind of reflect away from like what was taken from it, because ultimately he let the judges do what judges do. And then for it to be a blind pick, first thing I want to say is if you cover these TVs really well, you don't know what they are. So it's not a thing where you're going to know immediately what it is. You know, they'll have interesting and unique bezels and stands, but you know, looking at the type of equipment that they use to kind of cover the panels, I just think it was a really well executed idea, and the video was just put together so well where it was just really enjoyable. I actually watched it twice. I did, honestly, right? So the Panasonic is not something that we in the United States can take advantage of. I have absolutely no desires to order that TV, you know, and have it sent to me overseas just so that I can, you know, see what it's all about. Probably, well, hands down, seems to be like the best looking by a large margin qd-oled TV of 2022. And, you know, I still hang on to like my A90K. I think that's the most fantastic representation of what a small panel should be. Looks amazing in games and amazing in like general content, especially if you're in a space of creating content. Like if you know that you're sitting in front of it with a desk, you know, top use case, then I think the A90K is something really well that you should look at. Not even to try to, you know, card in my content, but you know, the videos I made on it, and we're gonna make more. They were designed really to put that out there for you guys, because the LG C1 wasn't good enough for me, and the C2 was definitely not what I needed it to be in that size. But you know, with the Panasonic, you know, that being an option that's available over there, it's pretty awesome. Like out of the box, from what they say, it's just like it looks really good for what a white OLED should look like. And I do like white OLEDs a lot. I do. I really enjoy my C2. I'm sitting in front of it, and I always tell you guys, like every time I'm in front of this and I do like one of my comment videos, I'm like, I'm sitting in front of this TV. I love this TV, the C2. I digress. The video just brought some clarity, in my opinion, to some things that we obviously know. Like the A95K is a better looking TV in so many regards. Now I know some people might have their opinion, and as I've said in several pieces of my content when I was doing videos on like the A95K, which there will be more, the price is always going to be that factor for people. But you have to understand that I personally feel like that TV is in a caliber where you're going to have a certain group of people that are going to buy their TV, and they're not going to be really concerned about the price, or they're not going to be concerned about like the gaming features and things of that sort, which, by the way, it is the best gaming TV, in my opinion, that Sony's produced in a very long time, honestly. I might be even willing to say probably since like the CRT days. You know, I go back as far as having like, you know, Trinitrons. I had a couple of Trinitrons with the base. You know what I mean? So like, you know, I really do go back with these type of pieces of technology. And so the A95K is a very well executed TV in so many regards. As of late, I've had conversation with people about how it is in gaming, you know, people with their night and day references on the S95B versus that. Not really sure what they see there. You know, I do game with a high level of stuff, like when PC gaming. So I know having like the 144 hertz over the 120 hertz is definitely something that PC gamers would all at. You know, if you're doing it in a 4K space, there's not a lot of stuff that, you know, you can do. And by the way, I do have the Ryzen 7950X processor. I'm waiting for a motherboard, but we're going to be doing a new build on the channel. My current build is 12900K i9 with 3090 Ti. I'm going to be going up to 4090 with the Ryzen 9 7950X, and then also getting the 13th gen Intel when it comes out the end of October. That's going to be replacing my Ryzen 9 5000 series build. So going to have a lot more PC content. I'm really excited to test my displays, the S95K, S95B, and the Alpha 95 King, specifically in the gaming space for PC. But back to my point, I'm kind of ranting. The S95B having, you know, those gaming features, it was nothing that was really focused upon with the blind pick and the blind judging, and the context given as to why was really why I think the video was so good, because I felt it was articulated very well, and the points that needed to be focused on were definitely there. Testing motion, testing, you know, natural light, like just watching it in a room where, you know, you have like, let's say like a Florida room, a room that has like no blinds really, right? I put the TVs out in the patio, and the patio does have like a covering, which every room is going to have some type of a roof to it, if you will, a ceiling. But I put mine on the patio. That was kind of like my thought, my thing was, when I got one of these TVs, let me put it on the patio and see how it shows, how good it shows if you're looking directly at it at an angle and so forth. And both the quantum dots do extremely well in that regard. Both the quantum dots have amazing motion, in my opinion, pretty good stuff. Both the quantum dots are really good for gaming. The Samsung definitely wins the argument when it comes down to bang for the buck, and I love that they pointed that out, right? And then you can go even as far as saying that you might like the LG G2 better. Of course, it doesn't come with a base, so it doesn't feel like as much as a refined package, right? But you do get Dolby Vision. You will get people that will talk, oh, you don't need Dolby Vision. If you got content that's created for, how do you not need it? You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Like, I see some of these comments and it's just like, you know, your opinion can only spread so far. But anyway, I really want to know what you guys thought about that video. I thought it was done very well, and I just wanted to kind of put some stuff out. Lately, I've been creating a lot of content around some of my other personal things. I've got a lot of interest in hobbies, but the TV sets that video, in my opinion, set the internet on fire for real, because it comes at a really good time where we need some honesty there. Like, you know, you don't have to like the cheaper TV just because it's cheaper, or because it's not the company that you think is more egotistical. You know, Sony, I mean, I don't understand the hate. I don't like fanboyism from any crowd. Let me tell you, I don't. I've had argument with people about Sony consoles, and I mean, it's just like, I never can understand it. So I don't understand, you know, how people like to pick sides. I mean, it's like, man, get what you can afford, get what you like, and don't worry about what the next man's spending his money on, because I'm dealing with that a lot. People counting my shit up, like, get on, man. Like, if only you knew, man. I've been dealing with that all my life, though. But anyway, that's not a real talking point here. Let me know what you guys thought about the video. I thought it was incredible, and I would love to see more stuff like that done, where you bring in professionals that are used to looking at reference like stuff. Reference does not look bad. Reference looks really good. I'm telling you, there's something about the A95K. If you're just going to be honest, there's something about that TV when you just look at it. Nothing else looks like it. I mean, that's all I can say. And it's kind of like in the same way when you see the S95B, nothing else looks like it. It's just the only issue with that initial look that you get from that TV is just like that real pop in color. It's only when you start looking at the other TVs that might have more of a warm default setting that you'll be like, okay, yeah, this looks cool, but it doesn't look how I want it to look. I don't think anybody really wants to look at the S95B all day, how it looks like when you go into the demo stores and things like that. But maybe some people do. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. Got a lot more content to shoot. Follow up on some of my latest projects, if you will. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace. God bless. Max love.